Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. So, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. My name is Naveen. I am a serial 99 percentiler in CAT and ZAT. I scored a 100 percentile in 2021 CAT, QA, and LRDI both. Overall, 99.9 percentile. Today, we are going to look into CAT, SNAP, and other MBA exams. The LR part. We are going to discuss how to solve questions related to matrices and grid. Matrices and grid, these are nothing but a table format where you have more columns, as in if the number of attributes are 5, so you will have more than 5 columns. That's what I meant. So let's start with the set. Yeah, good afternoon, Varun. So in a square layout of size 5 meter into 5 meter, 25 equal size platforms of different heights are built. The heights of individual platforms are as shown below. So these numbers that are written, these are the heights. Individuals, all same height, are seated on these platforms. So there are people, let's say everybody is 6 feet tall, everyone is sitting, all of these 25 people, they are 6 feet tall and they are sitting at one cell each. We say an individual A can reach an individual B if all the three following conditions are met. So the first condition is A and B, they need to be in the same row and column. The second is A is at a lower height than B. It means anyone who wishes to move to the next one, he will always try a height which is more than his. So ऊपर ही बढ़ेगा, नीचे नहीं जाएगा. If there is or are any individuals between A and B, then such individuals must be at a height lower than that of A. Okay, so this is not tower, this is lower. So suppose between A and B there is some guy, so that when A wants to go to B, he has to cross that guy C. Let's say his name is C. So we have A, C, B. That's the sequence in row or column. Diagonal not allowed. Okay? So when a person goes from A to B, he has to cross C. C should have a height less than that of A. Okay. So such individuals must have a height lower than that of A. So thus in the table given above, consider the individual seated at height 8 on third row. So third row is this row and second column. So they are talking about, they have taken an example. They are saying that suppose this is the case, this guy whose height is at 8. He can be reached by 4 individuals. He can be reached by individual on his left from 7. He can be reached by 2 individuals on his right at heights of 4 and 6. So 4 can also reach here and 6 can also reach here, because if 6 wants to reach to 8, he is going to cross 4 and 4 has a height lower than 6. So wo chalega. So 8 was the destination, right? So anyone who is there between 6 and 8 should have a height less than 6. And the individual above at height from 5. 1 cannot reach at 8. Why? 8 is more than 1, agreed. But 1 has to cross 5. 5 is not less than 1. Similarly, 9 cannot reach to 8, because if 9 wishes to go someplace, he will be trying to go to a place which is at a higher height than himself. So rows in the layout are numbered from top to bottom and columns are numbered from left to right. Exactly how rows and columns are, right? Okay, so now let's look at the questions. How many individuals in this layout can be reached by just one individual? 3, 5, 7 and 8. How many individuals? So since we have to check for every person, so we have to be patient. This is easy to understand but time consuming to solve, because there are 25 people that we need to take care of. So let's start with 6. 6 can be reached by how many people? 9 cannot reach 6. 1 can reach 6. 2 can reach 6. So 6 can be reached by 2 people for sure, 1 and 2. I'm not checking others. क्योंकि जैसे ही एक से ज़्यादा मिला, we are going to discard it. So 6 is not that guy. Okay, what about 1? See, nobody can reach 1, because every number, if you keep a close watch on the numbers, every number is a number more than 1. So if anybody wishes to reach 1, he has to climb down, not up. So 1 वाले पे भी कोई नहीं जाएगा. Okay, what about 2? So this 1 can reach here, 3 can't reach, 4 can't reach, and this 6 can't reach. So there is only one guy who can reach at 2. So we can say this is your first row and third column value, which is 2. एक बंदा मिला, right? Next, 4. 4 can be reached by 2 as well as 3. The moment I get 2 people, ignoring it. 3 can't be reached by 4. 8 also can't reach 3. So no, we need one person reach. 9 can be reached by everyone to his top, bottom and right. Ignoring 9. 5 can be reached by 1. 5 can't be reached by 9. 5 can be reached by 3. So 5 भी नहीं ले सकते. 3 can't be reached by 5. 3 can be reached from 2. 3 can't be reached from 4. 3 can be reached from 2 from the right. 2 people. 3 को भी ignore. 2. If you look at the numbers top, bottom, left and right, you will see that every number is more than 2. So 2 can't be reached by anyone. 8 can be reached from all the 3 people to his immediate top, left and bottom. So we are not going to check further क्योंकि 3 मिल गया तो अब 3 से ज़्यादा ही होगा ना. 7 can be reached only by 3. Can't be reached by 9, can't be reached by 8, and 1 also can't reach 7 because if 1 wishes to reach 7, he will have to go down. But 3 is more than 1. So 7, this is your third row, first column, the value 7. एक ही बंदा आएगा इधर. Next, 8 can be reached from 7, 5, 4. 3 लोग हैं. 4 can be reached from 3 and 3 only. Even 2 can't reach here. 8, 6 and 5, these are more than 4. So the next guy we got was third row, third column, who is 4. What about 6? 6 can be reached by all 4 around him. 5 can be reached by 2 and 9 can't reach 5. So only one person. So this is third row, fifth column, which is that number 5. 3 can be reached only by 1. So this is our fourth row, first column, 3. 9 can be reached by everyone. Think about it. 9 is the highest number here, the highest height. Everybody around him will have a lower height. चारों तो कम से कम आएंगे ही आएंगे. Unless or until you another have consecutive 9 beside it. Okay, 9 के बाद 5. 5 can be reached by 4 and 1. 2 people ignoring it. 1 can't be reached by anyone. 2 can be reached only by 1, nor by 5, nor by 9. So this is our fourth row, fifth column. This is another guy who is 2. So far we have got 6 people. So answer is not A, B. 1 can't be reached. 7 can be reached from 1 as well as 6. Ignoring it. 6 can be reached by 5 as well as 3. Ignoring it. 3 can be reached by 1, not by 6 or 9. So we get our fifth row, fourth column, which is 3. 9 again can be reached by both of them, 2 and 3. So we get a total of 7 such individuals who can be reached by exactly one individual. Okay. Next, which of the following is true for any individual at a platform of height 1 meter in this layout? 1 meter वाले के आसपास में अगर कोई है, no, 1 पे कोई नहीं पहुंच रहा, right? They can be reached by all the individuals? No. They can be reached by at least 4 individuals? No. They can be reached by at least 1 individual? They cannot be reached by anyone, right? Obviously, 1 पे पहुंचने के लिए somebody should have a value less than 1, but we don't see any 0 or negative values. So D will be our answer. Next, we can find 2 individuals who cannot be reached by anyone. So it's going to be definitely 1 and maybe some other number so that everyone has a value higher than it. So they're asking us in the last row. Last row में क्या 2 individuals मिलेंगे? एक 1 हो गया. 7 can be reached from 1, 6 can be reached from 3, 3 can be reached from 1, 9 can be reached from everyone. So in the last row, we don't find 2 individuals. We found only 1 individual who can be reached by anyone. Who cannot be reached by anyone. Sorry. Next, fourth row. Fourth row as in this one. 3 can be reached by 1. 9 can be reached by everyone. 5 can be reached by everyone. So we get a 1 here. So एक बंदा मिला. 2 2 can be reached from 1. So 2 is not that guy who cannot be reached by anyone. So even B will not make sense. Fourth column means this column. 4 can be reached from everyone. This guy 2 cannot be reached by anyone. 6 can be reached by everyone around him. 1 cannot be reached by anyone. 3 can be reached from 1. So there are exactly 2 individuals who cannot be reached by anyone in the fourth column. So mark it. Fourth question. Which of the following statements is true about this layout? Each row has an individual who can be reached by 5 or more individuals. So this is going to be time consuming to solve. So we will not start checking this one first. Each row has an individual who cannot be reached by anyone. This is relatively easier to find. C option. Each row has at least 2 individuals who can be reached by an equal number of individuals. This is the most calculative one. D. All individuals at the height of 9 meters can be reached by at least 5 individuals. This is also relatively easier. So we are going to check either B or D in the beginning. B पहले, D बाद में, या फिर D पहले then B. After that we will check A and C. So let's start with B. Each row has an individual who cannot be reached by anyone. So first row has 1, agreed. Second row has this guy 2. Second row में भी एक बंदा है who cannot be reached by anyone. Third row you have the number 5 nahi, 6 nahi, 4 can be reached, 8 can be reached, 7 also can be reached. So we don't have every row where there is one person who cannot be reached by anyone, everyone. एक बंदा कम से कम है ही, if I look into all of that, right? So B can't be our answer. Let's check D now. All individuals at the height of 9 meters. So this is 9, this is 9. Do we have any more 9? Yes, we have one more 9 here. Any more 9? No. 3 9s. Who can be reached by, who can be reached by at least 5 individuals? तो देखो ये 9 जो है 6 से आ जाएगा, 7 से आ जाएगा, 5 से आ जाएगा, 3 से नहीं आएगा. So ये भी झूठ है. So this very first 9 can't be reached by at least 5 individuals. Okay, now let's go and check between A and C. So let's start with A. Each row has an individual who can be reached by 5 or more individuals. Let's check. 6 can be reached by only one person? No. 2 से भी आ जाएगा, 4 से भी आ जाएगा. So 6 can be reached by 3 guys. What about 1? No 1. What about 2? Only one person. What about 4? 4 can be reached from 2, another 2 and a 3. 3 हो गए. 6 से भी आ सकते हैं. 4 हो गए. We wanted 5. What about this 3? 3 can be reached by from no one. So we don't have even in the first row an individual who can be reached by 5 or more individuals. So ये भी cancel हो गया. That means C option will make sense, right? So there are 25 numbers to take care of. You while solving second or third, by the time you end up solving second or third question, you get relatively more comfortable with these numbers, right? So this is there is no as such concept. This is more like a puzzle. Puzzles don't have very straightforward formulas. Okay, next set. 3 pouches, each represented by a filled circle, are kept in each of the 9 slots in a 3x3 grid as shown in the figure. Let's take a pause. Let's look at the figure. So we have that 3x3 ka grid. You have got 3 rows, 3 columns. In each ith row and jth column, as in each every cell, you see 3 blue circles. They denote pouches. Every pouch has a certain number of 1 rupee coins. The minimum and maximum amounts of money among the 3 pouches in each of the 9 slots are given in the table. So here the table, it is given that in row 1, column 1, as in this, you have the minimum number of rupees in any one of the 3 pouches as 2 and the maximum number of rupees as 4. मतलब इन 3 में से किसी के पास एक तो 2 है, एक के पास तो 4 है. ये तो है ही. What about the third one? It can be 2, 3 or 4, right? Similarly, first row, second column, you see a 6 and 8. So, एक 6 और एक 8 तो होगा ही होगा. What about the third one? It can be anything from 6, 7 and 8. Similarly, column 3, you will have 1 and 3 for sure. The next one can be 1, 2 or 3. In second row, first column, you see a 3 or 5. So, 3 or 5 to hoga hi. The third pouch may have 3 rupees, 4 rupees or 5 rupees and so on and so forth. Once we have written down some of them, we know what is happening. For example, we know that among the 3 pouches kept in the second column of the first row, we are talking about 6, 8 wala. The minimum amount in a pouch is ₹6 and maximum amount is ₹8. ये दोनों तो है ही. There are 9 pouches in any of the 3 columns. 3 plus 3 plus 3, 3 plus 3 plus 3. Of course, there are 9 circles, 9 blue circles. As well as in any of the 3 rows. If I look at the rows, you have 3, 3, 3. Again, 9 throughout. It is known that the average amount of money in rupees kept in the 9 pouches in any column or any row is an integer. It is known that the average amount of money kept in the 9 pouches in any column or any row is an integer. Let's take a pause here. Let's not complete. Let's look at first row. First row mein, if I write down the numbers, let's say this is A, this is B, this is C. So can I say 6 plus A plus 14 plus B plus 4 plus C? Average nikalna hai. So by what shall I divide this with? If I want to find the average amount of rupees kept in the 9 pouches. Since there are 9 pouches, I am supposed to divide it by 9. And it is given that this should be an integer. Now, a number divided by 9 will be an integer if the number, that is the numerator, is already in the table of 9. तभी तो 9 के टेबल को 9 से डिवाइड करोगे तो you will get an integer, otherwise you will never get it. A number in the table of 5 or 4 or 7 when divided by 9 and the other component is not 9, when I am saying table of 4, you will never have an integral value, right? So this will help us find out what are the possible values of A, B and C. We will check that later on. A, B, C nahi likhenge, we will write down the values directly. It is also known that the total amount of money kept in the 3 pouches in the first column of the third row. First column of the third row, we are talking about this, is 4. This is not the average, this is sum of the money. So if I look at first column, third row, this is 1, 2. So ek to 1 hai, ek 2 hai. How will I make the sum as 4? How much money, how many rupees we should have in the third pouch ताकि sum 4 हो सके? Of course 1. This is the only possibility. Okay, let's fill the remaining columns and rows. 1, 1 matlab each of these 3 are 1. 1, 2 means 1 is 1, another is 2, third can be 1 or 2, anything. Column 3, 6 and 20, this is a huge change. This is 6, this is 20, the third pouch can have any number from 6 to 20. 2, 5, 1 is 2, another is 5, the third pouch can have 2, 3, 4, 5, kuch bhi ho sakta hai. Right? So there are 8 pouches, 1 ka pata hai, 1, 1, 2, right? Third row, first column. So there are 8 circles or 8 pouches whose values are not known. I'm not going to write 8 variables for that and write down 8 equations. It will be too stupid, right? I can predict that it's going to be very time consuming. So we will check one by one either row or column. ठीक है, किसी एक जगह से शुरू करना पड़ेगा. So you need to decide which one should you start with. Would you like to start with row or would you like to start with column? I will start with the column. Why will I start with the column? Because the moment I start with the column, पहले column का last cell, that is third row, is already full. So I will have most probably less number of cases. So let's see what is the current sum. We have 2 plus 4, 6, 3 plus 5, 8, 6 plus 8 is 14, 14 plus 4 is 14 ही होगा ना? 14 plus 4 is 18. This is already in the table of 9. If I want the other 2 pouches to take up some values so that it's in the table of 9, their sum should also be in the table of 9. Now their sums will be in the table of 9. How about we take 2 here and 5 here? 7 hoga. What about I take 3 and 3 or 3 and 5? Either it will be in the table of 3, not in the table of 9, or not in the table of 9 at all. So if you pay a bit of attention, you will realize it has to be 4 and 5 only. 9 banana hai to 4, 5 se hi banega. Because the moment you reduce the first cell from 4 to 3, so that decrease should be compensated in the next cell, second row, first column. For that you will have to make 5 as 6, but the maximum is 5. So this is the only possibility. Now once I have filled the first column, I will go to the last row because that is something that is fixed, 1, 1, 2. Usko fill karenge pehle. ठीक है? So 1, 1, 2 is 4, 4 plus 3 is 7, 7 plus 7 is 14. I have 14 so far. I have to make this as 18 or if possible 27. Now since I already have the sum as 14, to make 18 I need another 4. In order to make 27 I need 13. 13 ke layak to hai nahi because maximum you can have is 2 and 5. So the only possibility is that the sum of the remaining 2 pouches will add up to give you a 4. Not the only possibility. So it could be, if this is 1, this is going to be 3. 3 allowed hai, either 1 allowed hai, right? Or if this is 2, this is also going to be 2. So we have 2 cases. 1, 3 or 2, 2 ka combination, right? Now I will go to the first row because usme pehla row, pehla column fill hai. One cell is filled, I have to only check the remaining 2. So let's check how much sum we already have. So we have 10 from the first cell. I have 14, so that is 24. 24 plus 4. 24 plus 4 is 28. If I want the sum to be multiple of 9, I need to have 36. क्योंकि reduce तो कर नहीं सकते, आप केवल add कर सकते हो. for 36 from 28, I need to add 8. Let's see if we can add 8 over here. If I am going to have a 6, then I can have a 2. If I'm going to have a 7, then I can have a 1. If I put an 8, I will have a 0. No, 0 to allowed nahi hai. So there are 2 possibilities over here. Either I'm going to have a 6, then I can have a 2 here, or I'm going to have a 7 so that I can have a 1. Now let's fill the second column. I hope you guys would understand why I am running away from second row, third column. Second row, third column mein range is huge, 6 to 20. That is going to give me a lot of cases. So I'm like, usse thoda dur rahenge. Last mein try karenge usko. So let's look at the second column now, because if I choose the second row, I am going to use 620. I don't want that. So if I look at second column, let's see how much sum we already have. I'm ignoring these pink ones. 6 plus 8 is 14. 14 plus 1 is 3. So that is 17. 17 plus 3 is 20. मेरे पास 20 already है. I need a 7 so that I can make it a 27. So which combination will give me a 27? Even though we have 2 possibilities for each of the cells, the only way to make 7 is 6 and 1. So ये जो 2 cases possible थे, now they will reduce. I cannot have a 7 here. I cannot have a 2 here. Because I cannot have a 7 here, I can't have a 1 here. And because I can't have a 2 here, I can't have a 2 here. So the third row, second column and third column jo cases the possibilities 2, we realize that actually you can have only 1 case. And similarly first row, second column and third column jo 2 cases lag rahe the, we realize ki ek hi possibility hai. Now we will check the third column or the second row. Either will work just fine. Easy hoga ya dono hi difficult hoga. So let's look at the third column. Is my voice very low? Am I not audible? Let me know. I'll proceed then only. Rahul says voice is low. He actually said slow. Slow means I am speaking very easily, as if 0.5x की speed पे. Give me the audible. ठीक है. Okay, let's check column 3 now. अच्छा अभी ठीक है राहुल? माइक थोड़ा और ऊपर कर लिया. Check the speakers or the volume control of your headphone or earphone if you are using. या plug ठीक से हुआ है कि नहीं? Check कर लो एक बार. Okay. So third column, yeah. So far this sum we have is 6 here. So far this sum we have is 10 here. And so far this sum we have is 26. So far. So 26 plus 6 is 32. 32 plus 10 is 42. अगर मेरे को 9 का multiple बनाना है, so from 42 I have to jump to 45. Can I have a 45 here? For 45 I need a 3, but minimum value is 6. So I can't put a 3. So 45 नहीं बन रहा. After 45 the next number in the table of 9 is 54. So we are at 42 already. I need a 54. What is the next number that I can put in? I can put in 12. 42 से 54. Yes, 12 is within the range. After 12, what is the next number that I am supposed to put? Another 9. If I put another 9, it will become 21, which will exceed the maximum limit, right? So we found that the only possibility we can have for the second row, third column, the leftover value is 12. Let's verify it. Let's look at the second row. Let's see, is it in the table of 9 already? So we have 5 plus 5 plus 3, that is 13. 13 plus 3 is 16. 16 plus 38. 54. Right? So that is also in the table of 9. So we will not have a lot of possibilities for second row, third column leftover value. एक ही केस बनता है, 12 ही हो सकता है. So what is the total amount of money in rupees in the 3 pouches kept in the first column of the second row? First column of the second row, what is the total money that is kept? 355, 13. How many pouches contain exactly 1 coin? Matlab, how many pouches have a value 1? So we see in the first row we see 1, in the second row we see 3, so that's 4 pouches. In the third row we see another 4 ones, that is 4 more pouches. So there are going to be exactly 8 pouches that contain exactly 1 coin. What is the number of slots for which the average amount of its 3 pouches is an integer? So अब आपको row column नहीं देखना है. You have to only look at a particular cell. उसका average should also be an integer. उसका average should be an integer means sum of the numbers should be in the table of 3. Because now you have only have to divide it by 3 because 3 pouches का ही देखेंगे every cell में. So let's look at the first one. 244. It's not in the table of 3. 668. This was not in the table of 3. 132. एक मिला. 355. Nah. 111. That's the second one. 612 20. No. 112. No. 112. No. 235. No. So there are only 2 cells whose average is also an integer. That is first row, third column and second row, second column. So first row, third column and second row, second column. So there are only 2 such slots. The number of slots for which the total amount in its 3 pouches strictly exceeds rupees 10. Sum of the numbers is more than 10. So 244 तो 10 है, इसको तो 10 से ज़्यादा चाहिए तो पहला नहीं लेंगे. 668 definitely, so 1. 355 is the next one. 62012 is the third one. 235 is 10, can't take that. So there are 3 such cells which is first row, second column, first row, second column, second row, first column, and second row, third column. So there are 3 such slots where the total amount, as in the sum of the values in the 3 pouches, exceeds ₹10. You guys must have come across similar questions while practicing other LR sets, where they give you the minimum possible value that can go in a cell, maximum possible value, and sometimes they also give you the average, right? I hope you guys may have come across such kind of question. So suppose aisa hoga, okay, I'll just take a small example. This is 2 by 2 का matrix है, table है. It's a grid. So this is column number 1, column number 2, row number 1, row number 2. So they will give you something like R1 C1 में they will give you 2, 3 and 5. ठीक है? And then they will tell you कि इधर में 3 numbers हैं, where the first number is the minimum number, the middle number is the average, and 5 is the largest number that you will find there. So what are the 3 numbers? So what you do is, the moment you see 2 and 5, this is the limit. एक 2 और एक 5 तो होगा, right? What about the third number? How will I come to know what the third number is? Looking at the average. Average of the 3 numbers is 3, which means the sum is 9. 9 में से आपको 7 दिख रहा है, 2 plus 5. So obviously the leftover number is 2. So in some cases you will have a unique scenario. Some cases you may have more scenarios. Suppose had there been 4 such dots, instead 4 numbers in that cell instead of 3. क्योंकि देखो, अगर 3 values है ना, and if I give you smallest, largest and average, it's very easy. One number is the smallest, one number is the largest, और average के चक्कर में ये भी निकल ही जाएगा. You will know all the 3 values then. But if there had been 4 values in every cell, then you will have cases. So far, for 4 values, we need the average to be 3. That means sum should be 12. 12 में से 7 दिख रहा है आपको. You need another 5. 5 you can get by 2, 3 so far. Or you may also sometimes get by 1, 4. अगर minimum 1 होता तो. So, this is how you solve when you have questions related to minima, maxima, and if average is given. So I hope it was clear. So you have to be very, very confident in such kind of sets, because these are the types of sets CAT gives a lot nowadays. Okay, and I believe we took hardly half an hour to actually discuss and solve. So if you practice enough, every set is like 7 to 8 minutes के अंदर होने वाला. As in within 15-16 minutes you should be able to do 2 sets. You have to make this your forte, this your strength. Okay. सिटिंग अरेंजमेंट वगैरह ये सब मेरा स्ट्रेंथ है, ये सब आप छोड़ दो, वो बच्चों वाला है. हर किसी का सिटिंग अरेंजमेंट स्ट्रेंथ होता है. सो एवरीवन इज गोइंग टू अटेम्प्ट अ सिटिंग अरेंजमेंट क्वेश्चन. You have to try those sets if you want to move ahead of other people. If you want to have a good percentile, you have to choose these types of sets where other people they struggle. So from yesterday onwards we started our open mock CAT. So I believe you guys must have registered. We have been reminding you for the past 1 week or so. So if you guys have not registered, please make sure to register. The registration link has been shared in the chat. All you have to do is click on it, register, and then you can straight away write the mock. This mock is going to be very important. Okay, open mocks are very important because it's available for all the students pan India. So the percentile you get, the scores you get, the highest or the average accuracy that you get in the chart while doing the analysis, it gives you a very decent idea as to where you stand, not in your batch, not in a group where you're studying, but pan India. Okay, so that's very important. And people who are willing to join for this year's CAT, time is very, very less, so you need to be very quick. So if you are going to join our comprehensive program, what all things you are going to get from us? So you will have more than 135 live sessions. You will have almost 10,000 practice questions. You will be given 4 books. More than 1500 questions are discussed in the class. You will be given live and recorded sessions on GDPI. You will get more than 70 full mock tests for all the MBA exams. And you will have a lot of topics covered very specifically. In most of the places, algebra mein everything is taught in one go. But we divide it, special equations, logarithm, greatest integer function, सबको अलग अलग करके we gave 1.5 to 2 hours to understand and solve questions related to that. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. Please do share this with your friend with whom you are doing the group discussion. Like तो please कर देना अभी निकलते ही. And do subscribe. And if you want to share your doubts and get it clear, you can join our Telegram channel, which is BYJU'S MBA Doubts. You can follow us on Instagram, YouTube and Facebook. And if you want more such sessions, you can download our BYJU'S exam prep app. The links, all of these links are in the description below. And once you download those apps, you will find hundreds of sessions regarding concepts, previous year paper discussions, analysis, mock discussions, varieties of questions discussions, right? For all the exams, not just CAT. Well, thank you for joining. Have a great day, everyone. Take care. Okay, gave it. How was it, Mohit? How did it go? I just saw the chat. How did it go? See, again, score is not important, accuracy is. Okay, looks like Mohit. Okay, you got a percentile also. Acha, result aa gaya tha. Chalo, good. That's a good percentile. Work a bit on your efficiency, as in make sure that you make less mistakes. Don't increase the number of attempts. Jitne attempts kiye the na, that is good enough, I believe, to score a 99 percentile. I hope you will agree with me. बस अब वही करना है कि questions इतने ही करने हैं. You have to make sure that you don't make any mistake. So convert that -1 to 3. So if you have made, let's say, 5 mistakes, तो अपने score में 20 number जोड़ दो. You will see that where you are going to reach. That's all you need, right? कोई नहीं, 83 is good अभी time है, धीरे धीरे बढ़ेगा. Don't worry. चलो, thank you everyone. See you guys later. Bye bye.